Hey, hey, what's good, fam? Ooh, we got him. The champ, Ron, Wolverine, Bata. He's definitely not beta. This fool's digital, son. Give it up for him. Grab a drink, sit back, relax, and always remember 3, 2, 1. That's a knockout.
3, 2, 1, yeah, that's a knockout. They call me kamikaze, put you in heaven's lobby. All gas, no brakes, you can never stop me. Nah, no, you can never stop me. Yeah, cause I'm the PowerSlap king. Slapson, baby!
Hey, what's good, fam? We got the champ in the building. Ron, you
sir.
ready? All right, let's do it. All right, everybody. Welcome to Slack, son. We got the champ in the building, fresh off a 5th defense of the title, baby. Vegas couldn't handle him. He had to leave. He had to get alone. There was too much going on. Let's talk to the legend himself. GOAT is spelled R-O-N. Everybody give it up for Ron Wolverine Battle.
Thank you, bud.
Hey, man. Yeah, for sure. Dude, you know what? Okay, so I think there's some obvious questions, but before we get into it, I just want to say I saw you over the weekend, right before the match started to get not the match, right before the main card started to get going. I caught you coming in, and it was good to see you, dude. Just wish you luck, really briefly, but I just want to say I could sense in that moment you were just calm as a cucumber, and it was good to see you in
Yes,
person.
sir. Yeah, it was good to see you, bud. I was out there. We had actually got told we couldn't go out there, but I was trying to look for my wife, but we got told not to go out there because people would, they didn't want people to come, flock over to where all the competitors were. But, I asked for permission, so I mean, they let me go out there for a few minutes. So
Yeah, that was cool, man. Well, hey, we're biased, but they should let the champ do what the champ wants, right? If he wants to go say hi to his wife, I mean, come on.
I agree, but I mean, I guess I don't know. I just do what I'm told.
Sure, sure. Well, man, the first question that comes to mind, we'll just get into it now, is the narrative for the other side of the podium. The narrative for Crazy was pretty obvious and repetitious, and that was, can his chin handle it? Can he take the Kraken? And after you did your first swing and he didn't go down, was that expected by you? Were you like, oh, okay, we're going to have a match now? Or what was your thoughts? Or did you have any thoughts thinking, this guy's lost all this weight, this is going to be a quick night?
No, I mean, well, initially that was my thought was, he lost all
Okay.
this weight and it's going to be a quick one. Hopefully I can get it done in 1 or 2. But, after I did my first time, I didn't hit him with a good connection at all. I mean, hell, I pretty much had a bad night, altogether, but I missed him, I didn't really hit him solid at all. I think I even lifted my foot like right after contact, which ain't something I usually do either. So I didn't get to test it. The second one was a bit harder. So and once he stood up to that one, I said, okay, I mean he can still take it. So, yeah, and especially with everything that, as you just said, he had everything going on that week. I mean, that's pretty good that he was still, one, lost all the weight. He could still take it, but two, he was still up there after all his personal stuff anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you took that first swing, you had this thought of, oh man, that wasn't what I'm used to. I didn't bring it. But after the next two, getting your foundation where it usually is, getting your swing where it usually is, were you surprised that he, in fact, didn't go down?
Yeah, a bit. I mean, I didn't have a good night at all. I mean, I don't know. I haven't watched the event yet. I mean, I could hear Trujillo talking to me up there. I'm curious if you can hear it when I rewatch the event. I mean, I wasn't following through. I mean, everything that I had worked with Trujillo and Bordeaux that week, I wasn't doing it. Not making excuses or nothing. So, I mean, I still hit him solid. He still stood there hard as a rock, same way he always is. So, but I wish I'd have been on my A game like I was, my last outing with like Allen. I wish I'd have brought that for the Crazy Hawaiian, but I mean, even if I did, I mean, he didn't get stumbled or rocked or anything. So I think, yeah, he's still got a hell of a chin there.
You know, Ron, in a weird way, I think you just complimented yourself, man, which is a rarity. You're such a quiet guy, but I don't know if you caught on, but you definitely don't think you were bringing your A game that night for whatever reason. And man, can you imagine if that wasn't Ron's A game? You still got a lot left in the tank, dude. I gotta
Uh,
think.
Maybe. I mean, my A game's a little bit better. I'd give that a
Maybe.
B game. I mean, it wasn't far off, but it
I
was,
got you.
I mean, I still didn't feel like my normal self up there. It was, in a weird way, it was kind of mesmerizing for me to share the stage with, somebody like the Crazy Hawaiian. I mean, in my mind, when I sit here and think of Power Slap, you got the Crazy Hawaiian, you got Dumpling, you got a few other guys, and then yeah, I mean, I throw myself in there, but like I'm down there, around 4 or 5 on the list. So I mean, to be up there with the Crazy Hawaiian, it was an honor.
Wow, that's fantastic of you, man. The only thing that popped in my head about uh, maybe not being super satisfied with your performance is, and correct me if I'm wrong, but this was the first time that your kids were in the audience watching you defend a title. Was that part of the nerves, or did that not cross
It
your
crossed
mind?
my mind. I mean, I wanted them to enjoy it. Obviously, I wanted to win with, I wanted to win with them there. Um, and I just wanted them to enjoy the whole event. We're watching in the back, and I could see, you know, my my second youngest Coraline. I could see my boy Ron, and they were slapping everybody's hand as they were walking by. Walking out, walking, back to backstage. So, I mean, they were just having a grand old time, and I just wanted to make sure they had a good time. I'm not saying that was part of it. I mean, it could have been a little bit of it, but I ain't gonna take that from the Crazy Hawaiian. That dude, you know, he's a good, he's still got a bit left in him. He got a hell of a chin. I think, you know, I don't know if the power was just because he had a lot of stuff going on that week. He just dropped the weight too, so I mean, I know he's still gonna work out and get it back to, his full potential. All in all, he was a I think it was an okay matchup.
Got it, got it. No, I appreciate the honesty, man. And you're right. Who would have thought the week leading up to his match? And I haven't spoken to him, since the weekend. But to bring that up just shows your awareness, and it shows that you believe he's a competitor as well. To go through all that week with the passing of Vern White and just the regular things that happen with pressure and leading up to a championship bout, to go through something like that on top of it, yeah, I'm sure everyone appreciates that you recognize that, and he still went up and did his thing, man.
Yeah.
So that speaks to your championship
Yeah, I
mentality.
mean, like I said, I mean, when I showed up originally, I mean, I asked Justin, if they were going to cancel the matchup because I mean, he said, Vern, who he lives with, and his wife. I mean, I know if my wife was in a wreck, I mean, man, I'd be on the first plane or renting a car, getting out of there as quick as I can to her. So, I mean, I understand his mindset's not there, and to still continue with it, it shows the competitor in him. It shows him that nothing was getting in the way of him at least going up there and attempting to get the championship. It was I enjoyed that. And then, like I said, I didn't bring my A game. I've watched the Crazy One. Of course, I've never seen. This was the first time everybody's seen him at light heavyweight. But I mean, I've watched him for years now. I know that ain't his A game. I know he's got more, and I know he can do better than what he did. So, I mean, I I I look forward to seeing his next matchup.
Absolutely. That makes me think, speaking with Logan and Alan and you and Lane, it was cool because the co-main and the main were so intertwined. Like you could not unconnect the two matches. And I know Logan's mentality was very clear. You know, whether it's you or Crazy, whoever ended up with that belt, he wanted that next. And I know in the post-fight press conference, you both were going at it. You know, nothing insane, just total respect. You know, I think you said something like, "Well, maybe this guy's going to come take it." I don't know. Do you feel Logan is still the next guy, even though you feel like both you and Crazy could have brought? I don't know if intensity is the right word, but could have been more on your A game, as you said.
I mean, I still feel like Logan's the next guy. I mean, he's he knocked out Russell. Do I think Russell should have been the number one contender at that moment when he faced him? No. But regardless, he knocked him out. He faced Allen. I don't know how they do the ranking system because usually, I mean, my thought process would be if you're number one contender, you challenge for the belt and you lose, you should move down at least one spot. But the way they had this ranking set up, Logan beat both number one contenders, and he beat them by knockout. So, I think Logan is definitely deserving of a shot. I know he won. I know him and Crazy Hawaiian had heated words, leading up and everything. And I know he wanted a shot at him, especially if he had won the belt. I wanted my shot with Allen. So, I mean, me and Logan both wanted the opposite of each other. But, at the end of the day, I mean, I still want to keep my belt and Logan wants the belt. So, and I'm respectful about him. I see that he's worked. He's earned it. I mean, he said he's respectful of me about it. And I mean, I've been here for a long time. So, I think it's his time.
Do you think that match is possible for maybe April's too soon, but maybe not the next card, but the one after that?
I don't know. I mean, whatever they tell me.
Who's
Whenever they tell me. I mean, I was honestly hoping my next one would be because I know they're having one. WrestleMania weekend. I was like, man, it'd be awesome to be there for WrestleMania, but yeah, they're not gonna put us up there that soon. So, or put me up there. Logan, I think, only took one hit, so I think they'll probably let him go if I was ready. But I think they put me on, which is their normal thing. They put you on a 30-day suspension. So, I don't think I'd be ready in time anyway.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I got to be honest, because of, it sounds weird, but because of PowerSlap, so growing up, I was a huge wrestling fan, Ultimate Warrior, Junkyard Dog, Hulk Hogan. I think a lot of us were, Saturday mornings was wrestling. But as I got older, I kind of drifted away, but because of PowerSlap, I'm finding myself get back into that, man. And the wrestling world is just as crazy as ever, dude.
I don't know. I mean, I was big into wrestling when I was a kid, the Attitude Era, stuff like that. I've tried turning it on here and there and watching it, but it just don't have the same feel to me. I got a couple kids that love it, and gotten to meet Jake. She knew who he was right away. So
that's cool.
Yeah, and it was she got a picture with him. So it was they follow wrestling, but it's hard for me to get into today's wrestling after growing up with, the Attitude Era and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, I feel that, man. I feel that. Nonetheless, WrestleMania is a big week, and we may not see another title defense from you that weekend, but I'm sure we'll all be tuning in to see what they actually do put together. Man, one of the biggest question marks in this sport, because it is so specific, it is so quick, it is all the things, right, that brings all those eyeballs from social media. Like, we get all that. However, one of the big questions was longevity in it, right? And I think you, Damian, even Anthony, for, that tear he was on, you guys are proving, okay, we know what it is. We may have this window, but you can have, if for lack of a better term, you can have longevity in PowerSlap for what it is. Do you feel like you always knew that, or do you feel like you're finding that out because you're going so much more now in this slap career and you're paving the way to show that you can have a quote unquote career in this?
I mean, I think you can have a career. I mean, it's not going to be like a baseball or football career where you can go 15, 20 years.
Sure.
I mean, when I sit here and think about it, I mean, even before Power Slap with Slap Fight Championship, I mean, I was the light heavyweight and middleweight champion in that. Probably from about 2020 until I signed with Power Slap in 23. And then, I've been light heavyweight champion for most of Power Slap. I mean, I started off with heavyweight championship, or yeah, being the heavyweight champion. I lost it. Um, but I think, if people go back and look at it, not just, turn it on because it's on like a video or something, but if they actually go back and look into, and watch it from the beginning and even before Power Slap, like I said, with Slap Fight Championship, because you had a few, like myself, you had the Crazy Hawaiian, you had the Bell, you had a few of us, and even Darius, you had a few of us that came from another organization pre Power Slap. So, um, I mean, when I sit here and think about it, I mean, I've been a light heavyweight champion for 6 years now. So, I mean, with Power Slap, it's been 3 years. So, I mean, it's I mean, I think maybe 2 years. Either way, no, it's been almost 3 years, I guess now. But yeah, I mean, I think you can have a longevity. It's just a matter of if just like anything else, like football and baseball, if you're good at what you do and try to become better at what you do. I mean, just because I became champion doesn't mean I stop. I mean, I still like to study all the tapes on everybody. I mean, I still try to figure out what everybody's weakness is, what their go-to is. Does this person club? Do they need to watch out for that club? So I try to figure out everything, just like any other sport person would do.
You know what's funny? I think that's the first time I've heard you say you watch tape. Um, so you really look at a person, their matches, and kind of find those little tiny things that will help you win or help you get an advantage. I think that's the first time I've heard you
Yeah,
say that.
the only person that threw me off from me watching their previous matches was Russell. I mean, obviously,
Interesting.
I know he clubs, and I mean, whether he tries to or not on purpose, I'm not saying he does. I know he just tries to put every bit of power he's got into it, and we know he steps and stuff, but he never did that where he dug down, like got real low, which that completely threw me off. I mean, I wasn't used to swinging at something that height. So, I mean, he completely threw me off with that. But everybody else, yeah, I mean, absolutely. I try to study him. I want to see, I know how tall everybody is. So now, where do you take like, do you bend down? How much do you bend down when you're receiving a hit? You know, uh, do you club after a big shot? Do you, like myself? I mean, I know my power goes down after a big shot. Does everybody else's does the same? I mean, I try to study every little thing I can on some.
I love that, man. I just obviously you gotta get the advantage any way you can, right? And the best way to do that is probably looking at tape in slow motion or at different angles, things like that. So it's not a surprise you do that. I just I hadn't heard it before, so I appreciate you taking the time and like explaining that a little bit
Yes, sir.
further. So so Ron, brother, I mean, look, Father Time is undefeated. And from my perspective, you're not even an old man yet. I think I got you by like 11 years or some shit. But dude, but we do know this is the fight game. But the way you looked and to say that wasn't your A game, I mean, this is definitely not the last time that we're going to see you. We know Logan's in the background, but I really feel like we might have a different sense from the last time we spoke to this time, which was, well, we'll see how it goes. This might be it, it may not. But talking with you now, and forgive me, but I get a different vibe from you. I feel like maybe there's there's more fire in that belly than maybe we would have thought 6 months ago. Is that accurate to
I
say?
mean, I enjoyed sharing the stage with the Crazy Hawaiian, so I mean, it made me enjoy, what I've been missing out on. Like before, I mean, like with Alan, I mean, I enjoyed, our match, but it wasn't like the Crazy Hawaiian matchup was like the Darius matchup for me. It made me strive, made me really want something that I enjoyed because it was somebody that had been around just as long as I have. Um, but no, I mean, same thing I said in my press conference. I mean, I'd like to go out on top, and I mean, hopefully I can do that against Logan. You know, I mean, we really will see a young guy versus an older guy. You know, I mean,
It's true.
you'll see somebody who's had the belt for a long time versus somebody who's really, really hungry for the belt. So, yeah, I mean, we'll just see how it goes. But yeah, I mean, I said that I'm wanting to make that one my last one, whether I win or lose. Um, I mean, yeah, I mean, I want to go out on top, obviously, but I got a big guy to get through to get there.
Yeah, so it's almost like you feel like the belt would be in good hands should Logan be victorious. But also, you are you are the champ still and still and still 5 times over. So if it still ends up in your hands, you're okay with that too. And when that time comes, then we'll worry about it. But until then, it sounds like for sure we've got this Logan guy shadowing us, and we gotta we
Oh
gotta
yeah,
get
because
through
I
that.
have to, I mean, I feel like I might piss some people off in light heavyweight, but I mean, I feel like Logan, whether he beats me and becomes champion, or whether he loses to me, and they usually leave him at number one contender, and they give Logan and whoever they put Logan against. I feel like Logan it will be the next light heavyweight champion, whether it's from beating me or when I'm done.
Okay. Well, I can tell you this. He definitely feels the same way. He definitely feels the same way. Man. I I was just gonna say those are powerful words because you're the guy, right? So to have that blessing
I
is a big
think
deal.
uh I think if I were to be Logan, I think it'd be Logan and I don't know how to pronounce that dude's last name, but the one who just knocked Luke out. So
Trulick,
yeah,
Peter
I
Trulick.
figured it'd probably be them two going at it.
Yeah.
I mean, if Logan beats me, it'll probably still be them two going at it. It'll be just Logan defending instead of a vacant belt. So I feel like that'll probably be the match after me and Logan.
Okay. There's a lot of people that would agree with you. Um I love Luke. We went out and did like a weekend shoot with him for like a short documentary and got to know him really well. Great guy, great kid. But once I interviewed Peter, I wasn't too shy in saying I was a little scared for Luke. That guy is
I
terrifying.
actually, I mean, I've seen the Peter guy when I was sitting in the sauna and stuff, but he didn't say much. He was man, he just sat there like a statue. I mean, he seems like he's on a mission just like Logan. So that's why I said, I mean, whether I think whether Logan beats me or whether he doesn't, I feel like it'll be them two for the belt, whether it's vacant or Logan defending.
Got it. No, I love it, man. Well, hey Ron, we're here for it, man. No matter what happens, we're gonna be watching. You know what I mean? And you're such an asset to the sport. Um, you really are the epitome of a humble champion. I mean, man, you just I mean this as a compliment, my guy. So I mean this with love so much. But it's almost like it's just another thing you do, this power slap thing. You're just so nonchalant and so um calm and even keeled that it's always nice to talk with you and get the details of that because even though that might come across from the outside looking in, when we get to talk with you, we get to see these insider things about your personality and about how you do work behind the scenes, watching that tape, all those things to become who you are in the sport. And I just want to say thank you, man. Everyone's watching. Everyone knows that you are the guy to knock off the mountain. And I couldn't be more excited, dude, to see how that plays out. Thank you so much
Oh,
for
you're
coming
welcome,
on.
bud. Yeah, like I said, I mean, I'm looking forward. Logan, I mean, it'll be young versus old, and it'll be my first time going against a left-hander. So I mean, it'll be a lot of firsts for me. You know, I mean, it'll be like I said. I'm pretty sure. You know, me and my wife talked about it and everything else. It'll probably be my last one. So
All right. Well, we're going out with fireworks. I know that, no matter
I
what
hope so.
happens. All right, brother. Well, Ron, thank you again for coming on. I won't keep you. And everybody, go follow this man. He is the GOAT, man. Let's do this. I believe it's Wolverine.slap on Instagram, and follow this guy's journey. All right. Thanks, Ron. Let's hang out for a bit while this thing uploads.